This is your Dr. Vinay. Let us talk a little bit about how not to get the COVID disease, and if we do get it, what do we need to do? How not to get it? One is that socially we need to distance ourselves, as we have been saying time and again. Keep at least 6 to 8 feet of distance from anyone around you. Treat anyone around you other than you yourself as COVID positive. Also, wear your mask, and whenever you are touching something external, try to wear gloves. Now, apart from these very important measures, these are very important because the coronavirus is spreading very, very fast. There's a lot of positive COVID cases coming up every day, and deaths have also been happening. It's not just that. The hospitalization costs are extremely heavy, beyond a lot of people's reach, and government hospitals do not have enough facilities to give confidence to patients to go and get admitted in those government hospitals. So that is why social distancing and precautionary measures like wearing masks, gloves, sanitizing yourself regularly or washing your hands regularly is very, very important. Other than this, we need to increase our immunity levels. How do we increase our immunity levels? One, by food. Second, certain medicines. Now, the important foods we need to eat is basically proteins. Proteins are known as the building blocks of our body. For a vegetarian, that would mean lot of colored vegetables, the green leafy vegetables and things like that. Lot of dal, soya, paneer, vegetable soups. These give us proteins and increase our immunity levels. On the other hand, with non-vegetarians, eggs. The white of the egg is only purely albumin. There is nothing else in the white of egg. So the white of egg gives us proteins, while the yellow has lot of vitamins in it. Also, it has beta carotene, which is very necessary to give strength to our eyes. So one full egg and at least 2 or 3 white of eggs will give you a lot of immunity. Other than this, I have already told you, a non-vegetarian doesn't mean only non-vegetarian food. You should also have a mixed diet, have a lot of vegetable foods which I have just now suggested. And other than that, chicken gives you good proteins, fish gives you a lot of proteins. Meat is also proteinaceous, but at the same time there are certain harmful effects of meat, so I would not actually advise meat. At the same time, you can have chicken soup, vegetable soup, also bone soup. These are very good for increasing your immunity levels. So after this, what are the medicines you can take to increase your immunity levels? Vitamin C is a very good thing to boost your immunity. In the market, it comes as Suck-C, Chew-C or Lim-C. This is about 500 milligrams. You have to take one, suck one in your mouth every day. Now, apart from these, the tablet, there are certain juices, all citric fruits and their juice give you vitamin C. So you can have oranges or lemon, lime. The fruits you can eat directly, oranges and lime, or you can have orange juice, lime juice or lemon juice. The advantage with eating the whole fruit is that it also gives you fiber, so it allows you a smooth bowel movement and a good opening up of your bowels, passing motion every day. Some people ask whether coconut water is good. Coconut water is actually good, but the problem with coconut water is it has excess of electrolytes. So drinking it regularly causes increased electrolytes in the body, sodium, potassium, chlorides, which is actually not very good for us. So if you wish to have one on alternate days, that is fine. But don't drink it every day or 1 or 2 coconuts every day. No, it's 1 coconut water once alternate day is fine. If you have to go out, obviously you just can't sit at home because it is a question of your livelihood. If you have to go out, then you have to take sanitization measures. One is that we've been asking you to wash your hands frequently when you come back home, have a good bath and things like that. But there are certain entry points to your body where the virus enters into your body. Those are the eyes, the nose and the mouth. The eye, though is an entry point, the virus is known to cause conjunctivitis, that is infection of the eye, but some studies say that there is no significant entry through the eyes into the body as such. It just remains in the eye, into the body as such, so it is not very, very harmful. Those who have got conjunctivitis due to corona have not been seen to be having severe bodily disease because of the coronavirus. The nose and the mouth are entry points. Now these two, like you're sanitizing your hands, we need to sanitize the nose and the mouth also whenever you go out or whenever you meet someone at your own house and when you're going to sleep. How do you sanitize your mouth? Take a glass of lukewarm water, add a pinch of salt to it and add about 10 to 20 ml of betadine gargle. Please understand that betadine gargle is different from betadine antiseptic solution. Antiseptic solution is used in injuries, scars. Gargle is purely for the mouth. This is not as much concentrated. So add about 10 to 20 ml to a glass of lukewarm water with pinch of salt and gargle your mouth thoroughly 2-3 times. When you go out and come back home, when you meet someone at home or outside, or every day in the night. Now other than this, there is something called a saline nasal spray available in the market, which is used when cold, cough, and then there's nose block and things like that. So into that bottle of saline nasal spray, introduce about 8 to 10 drops of the same betadine gargle. Now the saline nasal spray is nothing but again water and salt. So if you introduce this 8 to 10 drops, then it becomes the same as what you have gargled, and spray in each nostril. That helps the nose also to get sanitized. The viral load even if the virus has entered, either it is killed or it is reduced. Similarly, what I told you about the mouth. So these are the things which should be taken as a precaution when you go out or when you meet someone. This will help to, even if the virus does enter into your body, it will help to reduce the viral load. And when the viral load is reduced, generally the symptoms of the virus are not very high. One doesn't need to go to the hospital to get admitted. One can take care of himself or herself at home.